This one hurts. This one really does hurt. I'm gonna be honest. This hurts. Chat. Time to go live for day 1.2. We got 2 streams to do today. And then here in a sec I'll break everything down. How we're gonna do this. In a sec I'll break everything down. How make sure my chat's up. Double check stream software and ensure. Yeah, I got some stream stickers. But I didn't finish setting them up yet. And I also have some stuff for the I was supposed to update the stuff for the chat, like to showcase the new followers and like different alerts and stuff, but it didn't go through, so I'm gonna have to try to set that up for tomorrow. Same thing for the sponsors reel. We are here. Today is gonna be, like my friend said, very exciting, and it's gonna be a lot of tea, like my friend said. So before we get into everything today, we're gonna go over just a couple little things. So I expect to lose followers from this because you can see we have been posting like crazy, getting the flyers going. So before we get started, show some love, man, for real. Just know, just because of the fact that we have to post the flyers twice a day, and because of that, that means that we got to post at least 2 to 3 more videos in between the flyers to keep things balanced out, so that it's not like just flyers, just nonstop, not to spam. So if you go over here to the shorts, and you see the revamp is looking very nice. We have the new flyers up. So some people may be asking, why am I posting 2 flyers? Why I'm posting 2 flyers is because, well, usually whatever I post on reels, I post on shorts and vice versa. Sometimes certain things are exclusive to different platforms, but like the reason why I'm doing it twice on Instagram is because for the first time, I'm doing a tag with my podcast account, which you can go and you can see Raw Organic Express, but who really gives a fuck, from the minds of All by Nature and Caustic Prairies. You can see 1 in 10 followers. I know people don't really give a fuck, but that's why we take more pride in this and what we do. So we have the flyers going up on there with a collab post. And then we're also dropping them solo just for my own, just to see what does better. So I'm in that stage of, you have to experiment, you have to see what works, what does better, what doesn't work, and etc. So that's what we're doing. And, they're flyers, it's a new series, so, I'm trying to promote the series as well. And it did some numbers yesterday, so that's good. That's all I care about. I don't care too much about like the numerical views and stuff. So yeah, we got that going. But basically what I'm saying is make sure you show some love, especially like when these go up on YouTube, because if you do the numbers, let's say like I did the math, and I am one of the hardest working creatives that because on an average of how many times I've had to post a day to balance out the flyers and all the drops is at least 12 to 15 times a day. And if you don't know how much work that is, then I want you to do it. I want you to do that for a month straight. And for this case, I want you to start by doing it for a couple weeks. So we got the flyers going up on Reels, we got the flyers going up on Shorts, we got the flyers going up on Facebook, we got the flyers going up on the long form on the YouTube content too. So like yesterday, let's say just in 24 hours, right? Between now and then, we dropped, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 shorts plus 12 on Instagram. That's 24 posts. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're pushing 30 posts in the span of 24 hours. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm doing this all week, by the way. Might fuck around and do it next week too. What's up? So yeah, we're about to get started. We're about to get started here soon. I just wanted to show some of the hard work behind the scenes and just give more context to kind of like how we're moving and why we're moving this way, because I don't want the flyers to just be spam, just flyer, 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 flyer. So because of that, the smart thing to do is post every time I drop a flyer, I gotta drop something else. At least 1 to 2 other videos. So it's a really good time to be a supporter, because like I said, like I say in some of my other streams, I can't tell y'all how long I'm gonna be doing this. And I'm not saying that like in a pessimistic way, but I just know one day I'm not really gonna be on the internet like this. I actually can't wait for that day. So like enjoy it while it's here, and all the free game and all this stuff. Enjoy it while it's here, because we've really been building a legacy in real time. And we're gonna drop a new Instagram post tomorrow. I've just been kind of letting this set, so go show some love to the Instagram too when you get a chance. Now we're about to get started here. This is what we're gonna start off with this stream on. We're gonna watch this, talk about this, and actually break this down a little bit, and then we're gonna get more into it. So if you see for the flyer for today, so we had day one and we have day one continued. Day one continued is right here. Why I broke up with my favorite brand. This one hurts. This one really does hurt. I'm gonna be honest. This hurts. Um, this has been a situation that I've been dealing with for a while now, and especially these last few months. And I pretty much kind of I recorded this episode to start off a new season. As you can see, it says episode 1, season 2. And this was like a year ago. No, I was like, my face was puffy. I was a bit bigger. 10 months ago. So this was 10 months ago. And this was kind of like, I won't say a cry for help, but this was me trying to talk to you. Like, this was me trying to tell people, I bet you didn't know this about having sponsors. So that's what we're going to get into today. And I'm going to officially tell you which brand this is. And like I said, this hurts because this was one of the very first brands that I signed with early in my career. It's an oral care brand, my favorite oral care brand. Now, a couple people might know this lore, but I don't expect everybody to know this lore. But I'm going to say this one hurts because this was one of my OG sponsors, one of my OG partners. And I've learned a few things about them over these last couple of months. And I'm going to get more into that on this stream as well. So it sucks. I didn't say their name on here. I was trying to find the screenshots because I'm trying to at least show you guys proof. Like in the last stream, I had screenshots. I pulled up different Instagrams and stuff to show people like what's really going on with some of these companies. So I do have some screenshots. I have some in this video actually. So we're gonna go through. I crossed out the brand, but I'm gonna tell you who it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this, and we'll talk about it throughout. If you got any comments, any questions, let me know, because like this shit sucks. So we're gonna get into this. And then after this, I have another stream I'm going to do day 2. And we're going to expose 2 brands. Which as you can see, I'm about to start up after this. Day 2. This is the star of the show right here. Day 2. 2 for 2 skimming brands exposed. This is coming next. Season 2 of this podcast is going to be some of the darkest, most deepest shit about this industry and this business that I've ever gotten into. There's so much stuff that I want to make a whole new season and just purely talk about the shit that goes on in this. I think people glamorize this industry too much, being a model, being a creator, being a creative, an artist, and things like that. I think people glorify this industry too much before they actually know how much comes with it and how much of it is so twisted and dark. That's where I come in. Over these last couple of years, primarily last year, I've been talking and speaking out about a lot of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, Hey, real quick, I forgot to announce now that I see the old sponsors pop up, man. Shout out to Rise. Shout out to Rise Mushroom Coffee again. We're dropping that official promo later this week. Stay tuned for that. Shout out to Rise.
And talking about a lot of the stuff that goes on in the entertainment business. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. And I want to focus more on that this year and bring it to this channel. So if you would like to see some of the episodes where I was getting into some of the stuff, about being a freelancer, some of the weird experiences that come with this stuff, and even all the way to being sexually assaulted by a director.
Real story
Those are
too.
three of, I think there's about 20 episodes. Those are about three of the episodes that I did on the first season. And there are a couple more that I want to drop on that first season, but I just have too much stuff to talk about this year regarding this business and this industry. And I just can't wait anymore. I can't wait any longer. There's too many problems that go on. There's a lot of shit that just needs to be addressed and spoken out on that a lot of us are afraid to talk about. I've never been afraid to talk about it. I was just a lot more careful at one point, but over the last year and this year, there's
It's
just
just
too
too
much. And
much.
I think that a lot of these clients and brands are getting away with more than they should because we're too afraid to come out and talk about this stuff. So let's get into it. Hell, right now, I know that this is just the first, this is just like a little introduction to it. But hell, right now, one of my partners, one of my actual direct affiliations, doesn't even respond to me. My favorite oral care brand. I,
It's a damn motherfucking shame. It's a damn shame. So I'm gonna call this brand out right now, and I got these screenshots right here in this episode because back when I was first talking about this and I didn't name drop, I've got the screenshots right here. I got emails from one of the new whoever switches the program. I've got an email thread with him. I haven't got replied to in a while. I got some shit on TikTok, but Instagram was the main place that we used to communicate. So I'm gonna talk about this and kind of go into a little bit of how I've noticed that the brand has switched routes and how they want to move and what they want to do. So you can see right here, right in the screenshot, we follow each other. I think I unfollowed them recently. If I didn't, maybe I was waiting to do this stream. But we follow each other, right? It's an oral care brand. I'm gonna get into it in a sec. But look, hey, right? Hey, brand name. I'm having some issues with my discount affiliate link. Who can I contact for help regarding this? I have a couple people complaining that my link no longer gives them access to my discount. I've been trying to fix it slash find out who to reach out to. The last representative I had direct contact with for this brand, I'm not sure if she was with your marketing or influencer management. We used to communicate through email, and I think a couple months ago she left the brand name team or agency. My email is this if anyone wants to help. So peep this, right? This is with Boca. And ironically, you can see in the actual stream right here in the video, I even still have them listed here as a sponsor. It's this brand right here, Boca. My favorite oral care brand. And no matter what we have dealt with in between, I still really, really love these products. I think I might even still have my link up in my link tree just in case people that want to actually support can go through and they can still, use a link and get something. But I'm gonna get into that issue with the link because there's an issue with the link, and that was kind of the whole reason that led me into having these issues with them because I had a couple of followers that actually used my link and they loved Boca. Um, I really wish I was still in contact with my old friend Shane. She was very supportive. She followed me on TikTok. Like this was like a couple years ago. She followed me on TikTok a couple years ago. She said that she basically wanted to support more minority creators, more colored, minority she said she was tired of all the creators and influencers basically getting pushed. They're white. So she wanted to, support the minority, which is really cool. And shout out to her because she's a white girl. So shout out to Shane. Now we no longer talk. Not because of anything that I did, but I'll say she's a bit more on the extremist side. So all the different things that goes on in the world, that's pretty much what she talks about. And I think that we were able to connect and build up our relationship to an extent. She'd be on the streams, we'd have real conversations. Whenever I dropped my short film Justice, when I was talking about sexual assault and harassment, stuff like that, she was very much around supporting that and was very much interacting in the chat and everything like that. Now we were supposed to do like a follow-up stream together and actually break down more of the statistics of assault and rape and harassment and all that stuff. And I hope that I don't get banned for saying that on Twitch. But we were supposed to go more into that. We never ended up finding the time to meet each other on our schedules. And I have no way to contact her anymore because she deactivated her Instagram a long time ago. And ever since TikTok got sold earlier this year, she permanently deleted her account and she left a note in her bio showcasing that. Now, I posted the last time that I saw her view my account was around the time that I posted this clip from my last podcast onto the account. She unfollowed me, and she even has a note in her bio that says like she only follows people because of certain intentions and all. Like I said, she's really extreme. Now, why did I somehow get removed from that list? What I think it is there's a couple reasons. One, I'm just gonna be real here. This isn't about being personal. I'm just gonna keep this as real as possible. One, she's gay. And two, she's pretty extreme. She's pretty extreme. And I think that two of the reasons why she probably unfollowed me, despite all the, history and rapport we have together, there's a couple reasons. Maybe it's I'm not that active on TikTok. Maybe it's she felt some sort of way about me calling out that photographer that basically was, I talked about it in the last stream in that episode of the celebrity photographer that I thought was my friend. He ended up trying to fuck me. I called him out on that stream and I posted that clip on social media, like telling him I'm not interested in doing any of that. I don't swing that way and anything like that. And I mean, maybe she could have took offense to that for two reasons. Because like I said, she's more the extremist side and she's gay. I don't have an issue with any of those things, but also, she's always sending me stuff related to, or she would always send me stuff related to like serious events around the world. And I would look at them, but I wouldn't really say anything, right? It's just really overstimulating. So I hope she's doing well. I hope, she's not too caught up in anything else that's going on in the world. But she's very conscious. And I hope the best for her. So I guess whatever happened, however she feels about whatever, it is what it is. But I just wanted to add more context into who she was and what she kind of meant to like that time period. So back to this, she followed me on TikTok. This was like probably 2 years ago, maybe almost 3 years ago. And she was a huge fan of Boca and she would always use my link to make her purchases. So this is where the issue came up between Boca and I, this brand and I. These screenshots that you see are from last year, March, April, right? April 2nd. No, we got March 31st, I got left on open. April 2nd, we sent something else, never opened it. April 7th, we sent something else, never opened it. And we sent a couple other messages throughout the next days. Nothing. Nothing. I've sent emails, nothing. I go to my the partnership platform we use. I think it's Impact or I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But you know, as you know, like when you partner with brands or like you know, you have a partnership or you're an affiliate, some of them they have portals. There's a portal. You go to the online portal and that's how you can see like your numbers, your stats, your sales. You can get like your code. And so for the one that they use, it shows basically it's very detailed. There's a lot of information on it and you can actually pull there's a way you can go through and you can pull up like an exclusive email to reach out to the brands that you work with on there. So like I'm telling you, like I try to communicate with them as much as I could, and I didn't want it to get to this point. Only reason why I'm saying this, I mean, you see the title of it. You see the title of this stream. Like I repeat, why I broke up with my favorite brand. Because that's what it feels like. And I still have that link up because in regards of like relating that to a relationship, it's like we're not together anymore. We're not affiliated anymore. Well, I can't say it like that. I guess what I mean is we're not together anymore, but there's still always going to be that affiliation. You know, we're not together anymore, but I'm always going to see this and I'm always going to know about this and about this brand and all this stuff in between. And that's why it's sad. Like this one hurts because, like I said, this is one of my original partnerships. This is one of my original sponsors. And I did this video and I titled it, I bet you didn't know this about having sponsors. And the whole point of this video, when I'm playing and you listen to it, is to show you that it doesn't matter if you're sponsored by a brand. It doesn't matter if you're partnered with a brand. Sometimes it doesn't even matter if you're partnered with them compared to if you're not partnered with them, because you can still get ghosted. You can still get ignored. You can still be messaging them and they leave you on open one time and then they never open your shit ever again. And I bet you didn't know this about having sponsors. That's what inspired this. And now today, why I broke up with my favorite brand. So you're getting real lore and real shit in real time. It doesn't matter sometimes. These brands are going to do what they want to do. And so my job now is to let you know that. And Shane is one of those people that brought this to my attention. So what's the issue? What happened? What am I talking about regarding this link? Now we can talk about that. Shane and about two other people that used to use my link / were extremely interested in using my link basically brought to my attention that the link no longer offered a discount. So if you see right here in this left photo, it says I have a couple of people complaining that my link no longer gives them access to my discount. Right? What's the point of having an affiliate discount if there's no affiliate discount? What's the point of having an affiliate link if they're not saving anything on it? 5%, 10%. I think this one was like a few percent. But it's as simple as that. It doesn't make sense. So that's kind of what had the issue. And I was ignored for an extremely long time. And keep in mind, these messages that you're seeing right here is after this is actually something that had been going on for months and months before I even sent these messages, which is why you see it starts at March 31st, 2025, because I had deleted our thread a couple times before that because of how frustrating it was to deal with this shit. So what you're seeing is just the most recent time I tried to reach out and try to give a fuck. March 31st. This had been going on for months before that. If this was in March last year, this issue had been going on with this brand since 2024. It's 2026. I went over a year with no communication. So I reached out to them like this again. And yeah, like it just goes on. And then eventually I just stopped. I finally got messages through the TikTok. And I'm going to let this play and then I'll get back and I'll kind of go over the direction that they're moving in now and kind of what happened between then and now off of what I know and what I've seen. And of course, I'll pause it again if I need to bring up something else, but like that was just to give you some context on these messages because these are actual real legitimate screenshots.
I probably the first oral care brand I've also partnered with, and not just in terms of content. Like I'm an actual direct affiliate. I'm an actual direct partner. And ever since I lost my inside connection, I have not been able to contact them.
Okay, so a little context on this. If you work with brands and you know when you sign with them, sometimes you have like a direct connection. Now, what they don't tell you that I'm going to tell you is that some of these representatives or these team members that, you know, work with you or they work with their marketing, their influencer area, that's their job. So, since that's their job, they can leave, they can quit, they can get fired. And I can make a video actually talking more about this too. It's these little things that you notice over time of being in the business that nobody tells you about. I've been in this situation multiple times now up to this point as of today in 2026. But I had a representative with Boca that I used to contact with directly. She was really cool. I probably don't even have her email anymore. I could really try to dig through and try to find it. I wish I knew her name. Like, I'm gonna look at the camera and say this. Ma'am, I don't remember your name, but I appreciate you so much because whenever I needed help with something with Boca, you helped me. Whenever I needed someone to talk to about Boca, you helped me. Whenever I needed uh inspiration with Boca or I needed help, you know, with setting stuff up with the brand and promotions and stuff like that, you helped me with that. And whenever I needed a restock, you helped me get the restocks. Whenever I was out of products, I let you know and you made sure I had more. And ever since you left this company,
You know how frustrating it is to be an affiliate? How am I a direct affiliate and a direct partner with a brand and I can't even reach you? I've sent this brand several messages over the last couple of weeks and they have not responded to me. I sent them an email through support. They have not responded to me. The first text that I sent, they left me on open. Do people know about this shit? No, they don't. And that's what we're going to do all season long is talk about all this weird shit that goes on in this industry and all this, you know, the business stuff that people don't want to talk about. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. Whether this is an intro or not. But yeah, in terms of that, it's crazy. I mean, whoever my direct contact was through email, I think she left, basically. You know when you send somebody an email and it's like bounces back, hey, this da da da. So I'm assuming, you know, she left. I've been in this game for a really long time, and that's something that I learned, you know, when those emails bounce back, either it's deactivated or it's because they're, you know, they are no longer with that brand or no longer with that client. So she was the one that I used to contact directly regarding this brand. You know, she would send me the products when I need them. She would help me out when I needed it. Whenever something needed to be updated or changed, I did it through her. And she was really clutch. I forgot her name. I don't even know if I still have our emails, but I doubt you're watching this. But seriously, whoever you are, I really appreciate you, especially now because I can't even get in contact with the brand and we follow each other and I can literally direct message them any time of the day and they're just not opening it. And that's very disappointing and it's very frustrating too because I have, you know, some followers that actually use my codes and I have a couple of them, they love these products.
me
So
too.
they hit me up, hey, you know, I'm trying to use your link to get more, you know, stock up on products, but it's not giving the discount. So, I'm like, well, that's kind of crazy, right? So, I try it and it just takes me to the website. So I was just confirming with my friend, because first she was a follower and
And that's Shane. Who I'm referencing right here is Shane.
friend just because I directly messaged her. Like we followed each other. I directly messaged her just so that we could talk. And throughout all of this, I got a response back today by the brand. Fuck no. By somebody related to the brand. Fuck no. I had to go onto the platform that we use for the affiliate links and for all like the information and where you check your pay, you transfer to, there's different platforms. Um this one is called Impact.
Oh,
So
okay,
if you've
okay.
never heard of Impact,
Okay, so I was right about the my bad. I'm trying to post on my story. Okay, so I was right about that. It is called Impact. And yeah, that's the platform. That's the platform. It's called Impact. That's what they use for the partnerships.
it's basically somewhere where you can manage some of your affiliations and your affiliate links and stuff like that.
You said it's giving unprofessional. Hello, giving unprofessional. Yeah. If you've been here for this whole stream, I hope that that's what it's portraying. And I hope that I'm remaining as respectful as possible and just like really, really letting you know, like it sucks and it really hurts when you have to go through shit like this as a partner. So like people think that they deal with this on the outside. Well, I'm on the inside and I deal with it. So I think it says a lot.
It's really cool. But I had to go in there today and email them and tell them I'm directly affiliated. I'm a partner. My link is having issues. My followers are telling me it's not working. There's no discount, this and that. And the brand is not responding to me. Can somebody please help?
Please, please.
And they got back to me like 10, 15 minutes ago. Basically talking about the link was expired, the link's malfunctioning, this and that, da da da. And they're either gonna send a new one or they did send a new one and it's fixed. I'm just asking for clarity.
Oh yeah. Okay, chat. I completely forgot about this part. This part, I was out of options. So I eventually reached out to the actual platform themselves to try to get help. I couldn't contact the brand. The brand wasn't responding. The brand was being unprofessional. I had to contact the fucking influencer platform. Hey, they're not responding to me. Can you help? Do you know what's going on with my link? I'm literally just desperate for help at this point because realistically, I wanted to let this brand go. I wanted to let this shit go, but I love the products a lot myself, and I know that I have people that love them too. So I was just trying to do my part and get this shit fixed so that we can all just live happily ever after. And the issue just kind of like kept progressing, so it was really difficult to try to navigate through this. I ended up having to have a meeting with somebody that works for the platform, and he had to help me. And he was the one that kind of went through with the links and everything. But here's the catch. So he was able to help me get another link and do this and do that. But the technicality of it between the links and what promos are active versus which ones are not active, it's like it's like a secondary layer to it that he can't phase or he can't control. So he can go in and he can pull up different stuff. He can get me new links. He can kind of like create new links for me based off of certain things and like, but there's only so much he can access because at the end of the day, that brand is the one that still has like they have the very much the control and the say of what goes live and what actually works. He only can tie stuff in through the platform, if that makes sense. So it gets really technical. It gets really technical. No matter what he does, no matter what he says, obviously the brand still has to do certain things. They still have to enable certain things. So I'm gonna let this play out. There's one more minute left, but that's what this part was talking about. Like I had to go through that to try to fix it, and that didn't even fix it. And so there's one more part basically of what ended up happening, and I'll tell you after this part is over.
Before I confirm. But yeah, there's so much stuff, and there's been so much stuff going on with me personally in this. You know, uh, how do I have multi-million dollar clients and multi-million dollar brands reach out to me first, and they can't even pay me?
And this is probably one of my most like iconic lines right here. I've posted this clip quite a bit, and this is what it's from.
Dollar clients and multi-million dollar brands reach out to me first, and they can't even pay me.
That might be one of the realest questions I've ever asked in my whole life. Gotta just shrug it off. Yeah. So now you know. Now you know when I first shot this, it was pretty much a cry for help. So now you know the background to it. Now you know more of the lore to it. And now I'm gonna wrap up this part and let you know what has happened since then and what I've learned. So we'll start back on the part where I was mentioning how like the link, basically the promo that I had was no longer active, and he's telling me that because the links he's sending me are different. So now the link he's sending me, it's not a discount link, it's a percentage off of first time users. I understand that a first time user they get a discount, but I have people that actually are using my code and they're using my link and they're trying to get a discount and the discount's not working. What the fuck do I tell them? This is not what I had. This is not what I asked for. I'm asking, can you guys fix my link with my promo? So after pretty much like a week or 2 weeks of going back and forth with this guy from the platform, he pretty much ended up telling me there's nothing he can do and that the brand has to enable it on their end. So now I have a new link and it's just for first time buyers. And that's not what I had, and that's not what I wanted. And that's not what my followers wanted either. And I can't get any help with this issue because I have no contact and nobody's responded to me. Like, so it's crazy. And again, the guy I'm talking to is a third party. It's Impact, the platform Impact. It's not even the brand. And I respect him for at least trying to help me for the most part and at least helping me to an extent. But there's only so much he can do because he doesn't have anything to do with the brand. The only thing he can do is help me with stuff through the platform. And yeah. So I'm fucked. I'm pretty much just fucked. This is the platform. So you see like the partnership platform powering global commerce, all these brands work through this platform. If this gives you like more of a context of like what the platform is. So this is not Voca, right? This is Impact. But that's how down bad I was. I had to reach out to them to try to get help, and there's only so much he could do, and he couldn't really help me. So yeah. Um. So I came out one day and I did this video because it was something I wanted to talk about, but at that time I wasn't ready to name drop and call them out fully yet. So yeah. I kind of did this just to like talk about it generally, but now I don't care, and a lot of stuff has passed since then. And I still have not got that link fixed. And I want to go through my emails right now with the representative that I was talking to on TikTok. His name's Hector, and it seemed like he was trying to help to an extent in the beginning, which was like earlier last fall. But he's not really trying to help. He doesn't really seem to care. And again, I'm not saying this to sound like a bitch. I'm saying this because of my experience with him, and he even added somebody else to the email thread to kind of help us figure out what we were trying to do. And bro never said shit. Bro never said shit. And I would even ask Hector, if the guy he added could help me in any way. And like, yeah, so long story short, I just peeped to see if I still had that email thread earlier today, and I do. There's 22 emails in it. Um, a majority of those emails are probably for me. Now, it seemed like he wanted to help on TikTok, but when we got in the email thread, eh. So I'm gonna tell y'all something about this brand, and I'm gonna tell y'all the real life switch that I've actually seen happen in real time, and I've been noticing it get worse and worse over like these last few months, especially this year. Okay, so look, I was an OG partner, I was an OG affiliate. In fact, hold on, I'll pull up the email thread right now. I'll read this shit to you verbatim. I'll email you. I mean, not email you. I'll read it to you. I'm email verbatim. Okay, so I hit him up in August 14th, and then I reached back out a week later on the 21st because he replied to me on the 14th, but I didn't reply yet. I was trying to type something out. I never got the chance to, and I finally replied to him. So I typed the whole paragraph in my phone one day until I got the chance to email him back, and I sent it to him on the 22nd. So here, and if you think I'm not to say that people think I'm capping, but look, I'll show you the email right here. So I said, "Hello, Boca. My name is Devonte Infinity, and I've been a Boca partner for quite some time now. I have been on and off with communication through Impact Support about the issues I've been having trying to reach you and contact you as a brand. I've been having some issues with an affiliate link, and my followers have been trying to bring this to my attention for months, but Boca will not respond to me. We follow each other on Instagram, and I reached out a couple months ago trying to get help, and my first message was open and left unseen. From that point, all the messages I sent after that were never opened and completely ignored. I'm not sure if it's a team effort or social media management, but as a partner, I should be able to contact Boca with issues and have not been able to. The one direct contact I had a few months ago ended up leaving Boca, I believe, and now I can't get in contact with Boca. Can someone please help? I even have screenshots I can share regarding the Instagram DMs. I even reached out via email and had no luck. This isn't what I expected out of being an affiliate, and I have so much more content I've been having to hold on to until this is worked out, and I'm requesting that my followers be patient as I try to sort this through. So, chat, I am telling you, like, I am in the fucking shits. I am fucking over sympathetic, over empathetic, damn near on my knees. Like, no Diddy shit, but like after all this time and all this frustration, I'm still trying to keep shit professional because I finally have a lead. And so he's basically asking like I need a working affiliate link, basically. And so I sent him a whole nother paragraph, which is crazy. I sent him a whole nother paragraph explaining more about it. I mean, look at this shit. The other one was like more professional. It was spaced out, but this one is because I recorded it as a voice message and I even left a note at the top. So I sent him all that. He said, "So you're in contact with the brand now. I follow your story concretely. What do you need from us?" I said, "Hey Hector, I hope all is well. Thank you for your patience. I hope that summarizes things for the most part. It's been very frustrating. The main thing is affiliate link issues and other issues is lack of communication. I can't remember who I used to be in contact with before they left the team, but they used to help me with my links and also with sending me products. If you're not my contact with the team, is there any way you could help me or get me connected with somebody who can? My affiliate link isn't working as it used to, and I also need a restock." Okay, now here's where shit kind of goes downhill. Long story short, he mentions to me basically to get my products through TikTok Shop. Now, keep this noted. I've never had to do this a day in my life. Not with the brand, not with this brand. Whenever I need something from a brand, I reach out to them and they help me. I reach out to them when I need a restock. They send me a whole box of shit. I've never had to go through TikTok shop to do it. Now you making me work to make you money, but you can't do your part, bruh. So this guy's telling me to go through TikTok shop to get it. Now, he said, would you like to request a sample through TikTok shop? I'll approve it for you. To receive product, you'll be able to promote our brand again. And then he looped in somebody else into the thread and said she may be able to help with the affiliate link. Keep in mind, I never heard shit from the other person. I try to check in about an update in September. And basically, he's telling me, have you requested a sample through the shop already? I'll be happy to approve it. That's as far as we can go in terms of partnerships for now. Hope it helps, and thanks for reaching out. And I had to send 4 different emails after that. So this one, I added both of them. I added both of them in this one. I appreciate your emails. What exactly is Ends able to help with, just so I know how to move forward with my link and my audience and update them? Also, I'm not sure what you mean by in terms of partnerships, as if I already haven't been a Boca partner for years on end now. I'm just looking for some help and clarity from the brand in terms of the link and having a representative that's helpful when I have questions or need re-ups on products. If no one in the thread can provide that clarity, I'm sure someone on the team can. The last representative that I had last year was extremely helpful and always kept me updated with the brand, new products, trends, etc. Aside from that, I don't mind looking into the TikTok method you mentioned. I just haven't heard of that route, so I'm curious on how to learn more about it so I can look into it ASAP. So this next email he sent me is the last time I ever heard from him. And keep in mind, I followed up with 3 or 4 emails since then. I haven't heard shit. So I'm going to read that to you, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what I've noticed has happened over the last few months since this. And you can pay attention to this too. You might even know about this. So that was on the 25th. He got back to me on the 25th. He said, hello, Devonte. Our partnership policy has changed over the years. Yeah, no shit. I am the one leading those efforts, and we're limiting our partnerships through TikTok Shop for now. You can go into TikTok Academy for creators, and there's very clear steps on how to set up your account and be able to request samples. For now, that's as far as we can go as a brand in terms of partnerships. I'm gonna just leave it there, bro, because this shit's gonna get me frustrated all over again. I have forgot about this shit for a while, bro. But this shit is so fucking stupid. Um, long story short, though. Hold on. Long story short, they, I, they're not doing affiliations. What they are, but they're only doing it through TikTok. I'm not a fucking TikToker. I'm not a fucking TikTok shopper. I have multiple platforms, different audiences. I have a link that should be accessible from anywhere, and it's not. So, what I've noticed over these last few months is I've actually seen exactly the direction that they've pivoted to. And it is, in fact, just TikTok. So, chat, Boca and I went from having a good relationship a couple years ago. And if you go to my Instagram and you scroll, like, pretty much like maybe 300 posts in, all the way to like the beginning, you can see a couple of different posts that I've done with him. And I actually have more shit on my vault that I wanted to drop, but I never did because I was having these issues. And now they probably won't ever get dropped. But where I'm going with this is we went from having a very good and professional relationship back in like 2022, 2023. Um, and I used to shoot a lot of stuff for them. Videos, UGC, photography, all types of stuff. Like I said, I love Boca. I love Boca. I literally still have some products back here still in a box because I waited months on them hoping that they would help me and help me figure this out and get this figured out. So I never even used the products. That's how much I favored our relationship, and that's how much I really love what I do because I did not open those. I honestly still haven't opened them, but I didn't open those products for months literally because I was trying to see if I could fix this shit with them before I actually did some shit. And I had some fire photos, I had some fire concepts I wanted to execute, but there's no point in doing that for a brand that's not really fucking with me. So long story short, Boca has gone from, and aside of our personal issues, that is the only oral care brand that I've really fucked with to the point like I didn't want to go without it. I didn't use any other toothpaste for months. I have now because I have like 7, 8 different toothpaste right now just from like whatever. But nothing has really done for me what Boca's done for me at all. Like with my teeth sensitivity, just overall oral health. They have so many really cool products too, very innovative products. So like I said, it really sucks. And I still appreciate the products. I just have too much lure with the brand itself to like, but I still love the products. I'm not talking down on the products. The products are fucking amazing. And I think I still have my link up in my link tree for those people that do still buy Boca. I'm not saying fuck Boca. You know what I mean? Now I know that there's gonna be some people that's like fuck Boca because of me, but that's not what I'm saying. I still have the link there, I guess, just like for the people that do still. If you use Boca, you might as well use my link. But I think it's there. I don't know. It might be. It might not. I'm not really tripping on it. But they basically pivoted from doing like legitimate affiliates, like with partnerships, through different medias and doing like affiliate links, to basically now they just spam TikTok shop. They just spam TikTok shop. And this is coming from somebody who was with them for years. All they do now is spam TikTok shop. And not even them. I'm an actual model, creator, using the product, showcasing the shit and all that. Now, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. I had an official affiliate discount link and I was a partner with them. Technically, I still am a partner. But now I think they're just money hungry. I think they've gone from just having like their affiliates and offering partnerships, like paid partnerships to specific people that can actually like help the brand, to pretty much just moving over to TikTok 100%, doing TikTok shop. And why I'm saying this is because I don't know if you've seen them, but I do. You can go to TikTok shop and you can just see all these random ass people selling Boca, and they have the TikTok shop link. And I'm sitting there like, damn. So this is what they meant. They went from doing exclusive partnerships to jumping on like a money trend. You and your mama can sell Boca through TikTok shop now. I don't even know what the application process is. So I've seen this shit happen in real time. And that's not the route that I want to take. And if anything, it's watered down now. It's like they pretty much deleted their sponsorships. Anyone can buy the product, advertise, and become an affiliate. Yeah. So they pretty much said fuck sponsorships. Anybody that wants to sell it can sell it. So I'm not hating on that, but I'm just saying I've seen this happen in real time from somebody like from those of us that actually, work with brands directly, to them just kind of saying they pretty much Hector pretty much said, fuck me. Fuck me. We're not doing nothing else. You can get on TikTok shop and do this if you really care. And I tried to go through the process. I couldn't figure out how to do it. And I reached back out to them and tried to help me. And they didn't say shit. They don't give a fuck. So I just stopped giving a fuck. And here we are. Here we are. So that's why you haven't seen me post Boca. That's why you haven't seen me talk about Boca. Yeah. Because I don't fuck with that. And I don't appreciate that at all. I don't appreciate that at all. And like I said earlier, to the lady that used to help me with Boca, I fucking miss you. Respectfully, I fucking miss you. You were so helpful. You were so resourceful. Whenever I needed something, you helped me. Whenever I needed a restock, you helped me restock. Like, fucking miss you big time. I don't know where you went. Whatever company you went to go help, I know they're going crazy because like you did you did your fucking job. You did your fucking job. Nobody else has been doing their fucking job. That's the problem. And here I am trying to do mine over a year trying to get in contact with these motherfuckers that don't give a fuck because I'm trying to help people that want to use your product, use my link, fuck just my link. That's making me look stupid because I'm trying to work this stuff out to help my followers. They want to pay for your product. My biggest issue with that is fuck my percentage, bro. At this point, it's not even about the percentage. It's about the fucking problem. The issue is I am partnered and sponsored with this company. I'm getting ghosted. I bring to attention the link they sent me is no longer working, and there's people complaining. Nothing. So this is the reality of working in this business, and this is the side and the part of it that people don't see, they don't talk about. But like you see right here, I bet you didn't know this about having sponsors. This isn't the first time this has happened, by the way. So I'm gonna just leave that there. I'm just leave that there. But that's what this episode was about. And this next one,
Which
is part 2, basically, called Ghosted by $1 Million Brand. And I think I might call these motherfuckers out too sometime soon. But not just yet. Not right now, because we have other stuff that we have to do. But now you know. And that's pretty much day 1 continued, day 1.2 of the Exposed Industry Week. Why I broke up with my favorite brand. Because of, these issues. It's unacceptable. It's unprofessional. It's very frustrating to have to deal with this. So I made that clear now. I've said the brand name. From this point, I don't give a fuck what happens to my link. And to those that like Boca and you want to shop through my link, it might still be in my link tree. It might not. If you have any questions or concerns about Boca or this, you can obviously comment on here right now. But obviously, more people are going to see this on YouTube. Leave a comment on YouTube. But this episode right here, we'll come back to maybe in a few days and talk more about this. I think I should get into this too, because this is a major beauty brand in Ulta. They're with Ulta. This is a major beauty brand right here. I'm not going to say too much about this. You're going to have to tune back in a few days for that one, but it's a good ass one. And it's crazy how cheap these motherfuckers act. I'm not going to say the brand name right now, so that was going to be good. I ain't going to say the brand name right now, but it's 2 words. P and B. You can do what you want with that information. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to wrap this one up. This one is about to be an hour long. My stuff's getting hot. Tune back in here shortly. I'm about to set it up for day 2. We're about to expose 2 brands in real time. And we're going to start it off by watching a vaulted video of me calling out the Shilajit brand. So tune back in here shortly. It's going to get fucking real. It's gonna get real. I'm about to call out and expose 2 brands, and we're gonna go from there. So let's see you in the next one. Let me set it up.